What is the claim of survival bias against the fine-tuning of our universe? The claim of survival bias against the fine-tuning of our universe suggests that the observation of the universe's parameters being finely tuned for life may be biased by the fact that we, as living observers, are only able to exist in a universe that supports life. In other words, the argument is that we are observing the universe through a lens of survival bias because we can only observe a universe that allows for our existence, leading to the appearance of fine-tuning when in fact it may be a natural consequence of our existence. Survival bias in science refers to the tendency to focus only on the subjects or data that have survived a particular process or condition while neglecting those who did not. This can lead to skewed conclusions or overestimation of the effectiveness of a treatment or intervention because only the successful cases are considered while failures are ignored. The debate over whether our existence is a natural consequence or the result of a finely tuned universe revolves around two main perspectives: the anthropic principle and the fine-tuning argument. Anthropic principle, known as natural consequence. This perspective suggests that our existence is a natural consequence of the universe's parameters rather than evidence of fine-tuning. Example: the anthropic principle points out that we observe the universe the way it is because if it were different in ways incompatible with our existence, we wouldn't be here to observe it. For instance, if the fundamental constants of physics were different, the universe might not have been suitable for life as we know it. Therefore, it's not surprising that we find ourselves in a universe compatible with our existence because we couldn't exist otherwise. On the other hand, fine-tuning argument. This perspective argues that certain parameters of the universe are finely tuned to allow for the existence of life, suggesting a purpose or design. Example: proponents of the fine-tuning argument point to specific constants and conditions in physics, such as the strength of gravitational force or the balance between the strong nuclear force and electromagnetic force, which appear to be precisely set to allow for the emergence of life. They argue that the odds of these parameters randomly falling into the narrow range required for life are so astronomically low that it implies some form of intelligent design or purpose behind the universe. Fine-tuning is more plausible than survivorship bias is a perspective often discussed in cosmology and philosophy. Here are a few examples where fine-tuning is considered more plausible. Cosmological constants. Some fundamental constants in physics, such as the gravitational constant or the cosmological constant, appear to be finely tuned to allow for the existence of life. The slight variation of these constants could result in vastly different universes, some of which would not be conducive to life as we know it. The precision required for these constants to permit the emergence of life suggests a level of fine-tuning beyond what can be attributed to survivorship bias. Galactic habitable zone. In astronomy, the concept of the galactic habitable zone suggests that certain regions within galaxies are more favorable for the emergence and evolution of life. Factors such as proximity to supernovae, abundance of heavy elements, and stability of orbits play a role in determining the habitability of a region. The fact that Earth resides in such a zone within the Milky Way galaxy hints at a level of fine-tuning that goes beyond survivorship bias. Formation of complex molecules. The formation of complex molecules necessary for life, such as DNA and proteins, requires specific environmental conditions and chemical processes. The fine-tuning of these conditions, such as temperature, pressure, and chemical composition, suggests a deliberate arrangement rather than mere survivorship bias. These examples highlight instances where the precise arrangement of physical constants, environmental factors, and cosmic conditions seems to indicate a purposeful design or fine-tuning rather than just a result of survivorship bias. In conclusion, opponents of fine-tuning still grapple with a fundamental query: what or who initiated the existence of our universe? Within the scientific community, the prevailing consensus is that the universe indeed had a distinct origin. The question remains, what was the catalyst? It's implausible to suggest, based on natural observations, suggests that the universe lacks a cause or arose solely by chance. Such a notion defies logical reasoning.